Hey everyone, Colin once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of Hell's Paradise, episode 8. And I will say another really, really good episode. I mean, it's just with this episode now. This is another really one that I was like, oh man, not another one, right? I mean, like with the one I did previously with Oshinoko, right? That which is like how one could top the episode of 6 of or episode 7 it was of Oshinoko, right? I mean, that last episode just blew my mind, right? Well, here this one was like, oh my god, not another one, right? But will this one a top episode of that last episode of Oshinoko? No, but this is another. We got another good character development with another sad death, I would say, because now with this now. Sagiri, Gabimaru, none of those characters don't appear in this episode. Here is focused mainly on Tenza, who was with the girl Hiraru. I mispronounced her name. Sorry. Last we saw them, right? They were trying to get away from the island, but they were finding that strange looking kraken like monster, right, on the sea, right? So they had to head back. So. And his when Tenza found out that she was a girl as well, though, and she was wrongfully accused, being called a criminal, right? So the focus is mostly on them, right? But it's mostly on Tenza because it opens up with him when he was born and raised in the slums, right, on the streets, right? He's been called useless, garbage, whatever, right? And then when he beats up some guys, he finds the master his master will become his master, who was blind, which last time we saw him was on the back of the beginning when they arrived on the island. He may have been blind though, but he cut a criminal woman's head off while we saw her who was trying to seduce him. That one split second. So here he finally found him, right? Yeah, but he may be blind. It's like, oh, how even Harry Grew is like, sorry, I mispronounced her name. The girl. It's like, how is he running when he's blind? He's like, well, he can use his sense of smell and sound, to see. So, and then they fought. Before then, and before they come across this creature that sounds like a woman, but also becomes a man. Like how it was in the previous one where one of those two brothers met those other creatures. And Tenza cuts a bit, but as a run-in, it's not dead because it can pull itself together like with the vines and stuff, right? And then we get more with Tenza's backstory when he said he grew up and born and raised in the slums and the streets, right? Until when he met his master, Shonen, that's his name is Shonen. And takes him in, it's like he's asking, why are you helping me, right? Because Shonen sees the potential in him being a good swordsman. And tells him about, how he has his potentials can blossom like cherry blossoms, right? Because he shows him this tree out there. It's a lean tree, but it'll eventually have potential to blossom, right? Same with him, right? And first he says he doesn't want to do it. He's just a waste of his time, right? And Shonen tells him, if you can land a blow on me, then you're free to do as you want. But he goes and leaves. And we met with what's his name, who had the eye patch who got killed earlier in the show. But who talked with Sagiri as well. Showed him the grave of Shonen's his junior, right? He was like Tenza in a way. And when he ended up leaving, he became a criminal, and when he executed, right, his face was covered, but Shonen knew that was his junior, and he executed him anyway, and his last words saying, "I'm sorry, master." So so Tenza saw it was kind of like him in a way, so he decided to say, and he was gonna land that one blow on him. And then when that creature came back, it was such a disheartening also to see, because we get his backstory. Then he gets severely injured because even Shogun, he got his throat cut as well, but he managed to wrap himself up though. But Tenza, he took a lot of open blows from this creature, and he was gonna have his master and sorry, I forgot her name again. Have them escape, have them escape though. Much to that she didn't want to leave him because it was even while they're on the beach, like, oh, I'll when we get off, I'll marry you, right? And he was like, that's we're not at that point yet, because she said clearly that she liked him, right? So, but his master was gonna go charge in, but then he managed to get out of the sound where because his throat was been hit as well, but he got the point across and he took her. Shonen took her and ran away as fast as he could, and he was gonna and Tenza he was just basically just fight to the death. And he was punching that creature's face in a lot of times until eventually he bled to death. It was a very saddened death. It was. I think this is one of the more sadness I've seen on this series so far. Yeah, because ever what this guy's been through growing up, and just he finally found a master that cares for him, and then eventually he had to sacrifice himself for his master and her to get away to survive. And then we see like his headband, right? We see a single leaf of a cherry blossom fall on his headband. And I'm like, oh man, that's just hitting me right now. And then by the time during the credits, when the credits are going, we see him finally hit his master in that other flashback, right? He finally landed a hit on him. And saying, hey, you know what? You're free to do what you want. But he says, no, please teach me to be a master of the sword. And we see that one in that backyard, that one lean tree, it finally starts to blossom. I'm like, then that was another sad death, I would say. Now to me it was not. What was more impactful? Well, to me, the last episode of Oshinoko, that was more impactful because of the whole concept of cyberbullying on social media leading to someone to commit suicide. That would let me more mind blown, especially with Akane. But here this one won't top that episode though. But this was another really great episode because Hell's Paradise. It shows us another one of those really great potential of being a great series amidst ones I've enjoyed from Spy Family to Chainsaw Man or Call of the Night or Reincarnated as a Sword. Well, other ones I enjoyed from last year, but Hell's Paradise it has been a roller coaster of a ride, I would say. We get these great characters. Some are dying left and right, especially with good with a backstory like him, like Tenza, right? And it was just really a sad death. He basically fought to the death until he bled to death. Yes, but just it shows it was between did the student master the master, right? But yeah. At least his master Shonen showed that he became a really good. He glad he taught him and really great that he kept him, right. And I felt bad for sorry for her name again. Felt bad for her, Didn't want to leave him, right. Like I say, because he basically, I'll marry you, right. But yeah, it was very sad. It was a very sad death. It was. Yeah, but so yeah, that's episode 8, and I think they're not gonna release the next episode for next week, so I guess we're gonna have to skip a week. So, but hey, time goes by too fast. Time go by fast, so it'll be here for you, So I think we're not gonna get that next episode 9 next week. So, oh well. But hey, I'm always patient though. But anyway, that's episode as of right now, episode 8 of Hell's Paradise. Another really great episode. Just Tenza he went out fighting. That's what he did. He went out fighting protecting the ones he cares about. Yeah. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode review, which will be of My Home Hero, and more to come. Like I said, I'm still pre-recording for Anime Month and still trying to continue with the Steven Seagal movies. So, still got a lot to do. But thanks for watching and stay tuned. Later.